What's up, guys? Tim Little. Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Today's video, taking you along for a day out on the water, chasing some big largemouth. They are in that pre-spawn, spawn stage. Early spring, we got some good weather. Should be great day for throwing big baits, the big Magdrafts and big glides. So come along, should be a good one. Missed that one. Magdraft eater. Now the key to skipping these docks, getting this bait way back there, is starting your skip out here by the boat. Get that low angle and get that momentum going low and parallel to the water, and get that skip going before you actually get below or underneath the dock. Yeah. Big one. I knew that fish should be up in there. It's a shade, line, a funnel. Everything has to go through that to get into this backwater. Whew. Absolutely smashed that Magdraft 8-inch. All right, guys. See right here. It's a canal headed to a backwater, and I like to refer to those as like a funnel because it kind of funnels everything into that. What is that? 9 foot across. Everything has to come through there. All the bait fish, all the pre-spawn fish came through on the first go around and caught that buck, but skipped up in there, got the bait hung up, had to go up there and ruin the spot. So got through here to this backwater, fished all around, took my time. It's really important when you get to the area where you think the big ones are going to be, slow down, take your time, be quiet on the trolling motor, quiet on the electronics, ease up there and make a good cast. That was my, I think, second or third cast up there, but it was my farthest cast back up in that shade. Hopefully you guys can see that, but got her in the live well. I'm gonna pull the scale out, get a weight on her, but she's gotta be, I don't know, 8 or 9. So awesome, awesome day. All right, here we go. Come here, girl. You're up. You're up. All right, so just got to wait on her. 8 pounds, 5 ounces. Beautiful, beautiful bass. Those are the ones that you want. Those are the ones that you give all of your small bites up with your drop shots, your Senkos, your slow fishing baits to chase and get that one bite. Yes, I would have loved for her to be a double. Who wouldn't, right? But anytime you can catch a fish over 5 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds, 8 pounds, it is awesome. So super, super stoked. If I don't catch another fish today, it makes the trip worth it. Again, this type of area, when you look at it from an aerial map, you have a giant backwater, right? You have the main lake, and that pinch point, that funnel that everything has to go into is a prime prime location. All right, let's let this big girl go. Thank you, girl.
Catch them all.
I caught a good one.
Did you catch a good one?
It's like 8.5.
8.5, damn.
Right there.
Really? Awesome.
How you doing?
Good, how are you doing, buddy?
Good. You guys having a good day?
Yeah. Catching a bunch. God, I love your new boat, man.
It's sweet.
I love it.
I mean, I missed my old one. It's still in the shop, but...
You're not Tim, are you?
I am.
Yes, he is. Cool.
How's it going, guys?
Good, buddy.
What's your name?
Zach?
Nice to meet you. You guys having a good day?
Yeah, man.
Cool. Well, good luck, guys.
Yeah, thank you, man. Sure.
Thank you. Nice meeting you guys. All right, so the reason I chose this one is it's a wind-blown bank close to the main channel, and it's a big spawning bay. So we'll start fishing through here along this wind-blown riprap and then fish the mouth over there. Oh yeah, no problem.
Doing any good?
I caught one good one. How about you?
I just hit the start.
All right. Well, good luck.
Anything back here or not, they might
I just got punked by a kayaker. Yeah. He's gonna go back there. It's really windy out today, obviously. That's why I chose this wind blown. Again, we got another funnel, little backwater choke point. We'll let that gentleman in the kayak have it because it's pretty unsafe for a guy in a kayak out here right now with the wind blowing 20 plus miles an hour. So hopefully he smashes back there. Let's go to the next spot. Another tip when you're throwing the big baits, don't be afraid to put them where others are afraid to or can't. Choose not to. You know, get that bait all the way back up in there. A lot of guys will fish this with a wacky rigged worm or something, but oh, not sure what happened here. There we go. A wacky rigged worm, but when you're throwing an 8-inch swim bait, you're now presenting a, ooh, I just got bit. You're presenting a bait to fish that aren't used to seeing a swim bait way back up in there, and that, I got bit again in the shade. Come on. Whew. Man, those bites get your heart going. Come on, bud, come back. Come eat it. No takers on cast number 2. Oh. You guys see that? Wow. Absolutely annihilated the swim bait and then blew up back behind it. What's that? Yes, sir. Oh, I appreciate that. Did you guys catch them today? Yeah. I did. I caught a good one. I caught an 8.5.
I was telling him, I was like, I said, hell, we figured we'd run into you at the Classic.
Yeah, we were
Matt
there.
Said y'all was up at his booth a couple times. So.
Yeah, we were there, but so was 163,000 other people.
Yeah.
So it was crazy. What was your guys' names?
I'm Chris.
Chris?
Travis.
Nice to meet you guys. All right, guys, got out of the wind so I could do this outro. Before I put it on the trailer, I want to talk about the gear that I was using today, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, what was he thinking boat flipping an 8-pounder? For the record, I checked my scale. My other scale is intense, so I thought it was 8.5, so 8.5, but this scale is actually in ounces, so it's 8 pounds, 5 ounces, so a little over 8.25. But why in the heck would you boat flip an 8-pounder? And I don't recommend it. You can do it if you have the right gear. So let's talk about that for a second. So that last bite that I got over there, so many bites today. I probably had 7. I think I had 7 hard bites and 1 mush bite. Everything else was just a freight train. That big one, I mean, the best way to describe it is sticking your hand on like an electric fence. When they hit that thing, dong, it sends vibrations through your wrist, your elbow, and then your heart just starts going. But they absolutely annihilated that thing. And then that last bite, like I said just a little bit ago, skipped up underneath that dock, just reeling this thing real slow, got that real wide Magdraft swim, and then dong, swing, miss. I felt a little resistance on the swing, and then a few seconds later, like a 3-pounder kind of came up and out of the water. And so I don't know if I just stung him or her on the outside of the lip. It just didn't get a good hook set. But with that said, 2-pound bass will eat an 8-inch swim bait. So earlier today I talked about, committing to the big bait, committing to getting less bites than you would with a shaky head or a Senko or something like that, with the opportunity to better your chances at a PB, at a 6, 7, 8, 10-pound largemouth, committing to that big bait. But with that said, the little ones still eat it. So really, really cool. And again, anytime you can catch an 8-pounder just makes all the day worth it. So I just stuck with this guy. And like I said, got 7 or 8 bites, 3 good bites, landed 2 of them, and lost that 3rd one. But how the heck or why the heck would you boat flip an 8-pounder? So I could see, I'm wearing good polarized sunglasses. When she came up, saw that big old Florida largemouth head, and I knew it was a good one. When she came to the boat, she had this bait choked. I could see she was hooked really well. And then the gear. Okay, let's start with the swim bait rod. This is a St. Croix Victory. It's the 710 heavy. This is a swim bait rod. This is the Swimbait Ranger. Okay, it's a great swim bait rod, especially a treble hook bait rod. Okay, a little bit softer tip, and just plays those fish really nicely, but has enough backbone to, like I said, boat flip an 8-pounder. I'm running, it's a Tranks 300, so a swim bait reel, 65-pound braid to, here's the kicker, okay? This is a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. This is that Sunline Saltimate. You guys hear Matt rave about it all the time, okay? 30-pound line. When you get those big fish to finally commit and bite, you don't want to be messing around with them on light line. If you can get away from it, upsize your gear, so when you do get that big bite, you can grind that reel, get that head turned, get that fish coming your way, use its momentum, and then net them. You know, if you have a net man or you have a net handy, I highly recommend netting them. Even with 30-pound leader, you know, maybe there's a nick in the line or who knows, right? But I have a bad habit of boat flipping big ones. But 30-pound Saltimate, this line is amazing. It's not very thick, doesn't feel like you're casting a rope. It is fluorocarbon, and it just handles those 4 to 12-pound largemouth really, really well. And then again, the bait of the day was that 8-inch Magdraft. Just like every video, I'll link everything down below in the video description. But a couple other things I want to talk about just real quickly before I put on the trailer. It got rough out there, super windy. There's a lot of anglers, a lot of bass boats back in these backwaters because the wind, the main lake is so rough. But don't be afraid to put that bait where others are afraid to put it. Yes, you might lose some baits. You know, get yourself a good bait knocker. All my stuff, it was so rough. Everything that I keep under my step right here on the Skeeter is just all back in the floorboard of the boat. But get yourself a good bait knocker. Get yourself some paracord. That way, if you do get hung up, you can get your bait out. But don't be afraid to put that bait where others can't or choose not to, because you're presenting the fish that haven't seen as many baits as the obvious spots. So again, skipping that bait, get your rod low come parallel to the boat, drop that rod tip, come parallel to the water, start your skip out by the boat, get that momentum going to get that bait all the way up underneath those docks and underneath those laydowns and shade lines. Super fun day. Again, anytime you can catch a giant like that, it makes it so rewarding. And then again, these swim bait bites, guys, there's a reason that there's whole groups of guys that throw nothing but swim baits. I love them. Just that, I mean, you're never gonna have a bite like it when they absolutely obliterate it going the opposite direction. Feels like it's gonna rip the rod out of your hand. Then your heart starts beating out of your chest. When they come up and do that head shake, it is super addicting. So don't be afraid to try a 6, 7, 8, 10-inch swim bait this time of the year. Yes, you will need some dedicated swim bait gear. We'll link some budget gear down below in the video description, as well as the gear that we're using. But don't be afraid to throw big baits. Don't be afraid to put them where others won't. And guys, you can have an awesome day. 8-pounders. Well worth it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys on the next video.